It's finally a new trapping season for me. Trapping season's been open since November the 1st, but you know, I deer hunt. I think some of those videos may be coming up on the channel. I don't know. It's my son's channel. He picks what he wants to put on there. But I did tag out here in Texas. I got uh, 2 does with my bow. I killed a spike with my crossbow, and then I was able to get me a 9-point about 4 days ago. So um, finally tagged out here in Texas. I still got 2 tags in Missouri. Gonna run up there and visit my son and hunt a couple more days. But I'm over here in my shop, and I'm just getting my trap stuff together, because if you trap, you know, at the end of the season, all of your stuff is unorganized, and you got traps everywhere and snares tangled up, and everything that could be messed up pretty much is messed up. And by the end of the season, you're fleshing out hides and doing everything you need to do, and you really don't feel like, you know, organizing it and putting it up. All I do is pretty much just get my traps out, spray them off at the end of the season, get all the dirt and stuff off of them and get them ready. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm out here organizing my stuff. I'm getting my 4-wheeler set back up for trapping. And I actually got a new property to trap this year. I'm really excited about it. I've already seen some bobcats out there while I was hunting. I've got some on camera. I got some bobcats on camera in my old spot that I trap here around the house. And then I've been seeing a lot of coyotes and hearing a lot of coyotes. So hopefully we catch a few cats and coyotes this year. But while I was doing this, I put my box back on my 4-wheeler. And last year I had a gentleman ask me in one of the videos if I would show a better video of my box, and you know, what I use, I guess, or how I made it. I don't know. I guess he's looking for something for his. So I'm just gonna flip this camera around, and I'm gonna kind of walk around my box and my 4-wheeler setup and show you what I use, and maybe explain a little bit why I use it. Okay, here's I don't know what my son calls the trap wagon. Got deer blood all over it from this year. I really use it for everything hunting wise, but it's just an old Kawasaki Bayou 300. Honestly, I got this thing for free from a guy who was like, man, it don't run, it's all messed up, tires are bad. I seriously just got it, bought a brand new carburetor off Amazon for it, and you know, I think it was 30 bucks, put the new carburetor on, put a brand new plug on it, fired it up. Now I've had to tinker with it over the years, I'm not gonna lie. I had to replace a few things here and there, but I mean, it gets me from point A to point B. It's not pretty at all. That works out for me trapping, because I don't want to get, you know, all new, pretty brand new machine that I paid 15-20 grand for, you know, all nasty and muddy and bloody and everything. I might have, over all the years, about 300 bucks in this thing. But anyway, let me get this out of the way. My son's little guitar that was a gift for him from my mom and dad. We're all guitar players, so I'm sure he'll follow in those footsteps. But again, just a little Kawasaki 300. The original headlights that were on it, they don't work or didn't work. Took them off, put these LED on. Kind of got it rigged over on the side, but they will work for me, because this time of year it gets dark. You can see it's just a regular old foot shift. The back brakes don't work, so that back brake pedal right there is useless to me. But I just had to put some brake fluid in it, got the brakes going. Come around to the back here. I've had to replace that rear differential right there, or whatever it's called. I've had to replace it, and then, I mean, that's pretty much it. Old seat cover, got duct tape. I mean, man, I put my money into traps and stuff. I don't really put my money into the vehicle. But this is what the question was for. I'll quit yapping about the 4-wheeler. Somebody asked me, what is the deal with my box on the back of the 4-wheeler? Now, as you can see, it's really just scrap materials that I had laying around the house. And I used to strap a couple of plastic totes on the back of my 4-wheeler, and you know, and then like a milk crate up front here where the little guitar is, and that's what I would tote my stuff around in. But you know, I have a bucket that I carry to set every trap. Then I have my little tool bag that I carry. It's got all of my scents and lures in it. And then of course I have all my traps, and it was a problem because I could only take, you know, 5 or 6 traps at a time, and I'd have to come back and grab some more. So this is pretty much what I've done. Let me see if I can get up here. I don't know the measurements on this. I mean, I guess I could grab a tape measure, but I have two little side boxes here that are attached to the big box back here in the back. And what I do is I keep all of my traps here on one side. This will fit 25, 30 traps down in here. So I keep all of my traps over there. Over here, I keep supplies. So I've got, you know, extra urine, just, you know, any kind of extra stuff I might need, baling wire, anything like that. This is my kind of junk drawer, I guess, that you would have in your house for everything. So if I'm looking for something and I'm not sure where it's at, it's going to be in that box right there. And then of course back here, this is the main box. You can see I've already kind of started putting some stuff in there. It's my little shovel for my step down sets. Fits nice there. I cut this little slot for the back rack on my four-wheeler. I cut it out so that it would sit there and kind of ride and not slide back and forth. And then honestly, the only way that I attach it is with a ratchet strap. And it just runs through there and it ratchet straps to the back of my four-wheeler. It's a little heavy. I bet this box probably weighs, I'm gonna guess 30, 40 pounds, something like that, just empty. But it's not too heavy for the four-wheeler, and I'm not flying anyway when I'm out there checking traps. But back in here, I'll put everything that I need to make any type of trap set. So I'll have my bucket that has my sifter and, you know, all of my pan covers. I mean, anything and everything that I need is in that bucket. You know, it's got all my little tools for adjusting my traps. And then beside the bucket, I'll start putting my, I'll put my lure bag and stuff like that in there. And really, it's just a big area that I kind of keep everything that I need. So when I walk up to the back of this four-wheeler, I'm just reaching over right here and I'm grabbing what I need out here and I'm walking over somewhere to make a set. Simple as that. Now, I did have somebody ask me, where do you put the critters you catch? Honestly, wherever I can. Most of the time, I pile my critters up right here in front of the four-wheeler. If I get more or whatever, I'll just start piling them on stuff in the back. If I have to, I'll make a couple of trips. But typically, if I've got 20 to 25 traps out, I mean, I might catch 3 or 4 coyotes or maybe a couple of coyotes and a bobcat. It's rare that I get over 3 or 4 critters at one time, unless it's trash pandas or raccoons, and in that case, you know, I can throw a bunch on there. But let me grab a tape measure real quick and see if I can help you out with these measurements. Okay, so disclaimer, I am not a carpenter, so I can guarantee this probably isn't square or anything like that. But if I run a tape here all the way across this, it looks like this. It's almost 39 inches right there for the width. And then if I go, come on, get hooked on there, right there. So almost 19 inches there. And then each one of these boxes should be about the same. We're going to be 13 by 14 and a half. And honestly, the only reason I left this little gap right here is 12-inch gap. And you're like, man, that's a tiny gap. 2 reasons, honestly. One, that little box right there, I keep my extra spark plugs and stuff like that. Anything I might need to kind of patch up the four-wheeler real quick so I can get back to the house and I need to access it. Plus, my wife is tiny, and believe it or not, if she decides to go check traps with me or something, she actually can kind of sit back in that little spot and it's pretty comfortable for her. So, but that's it, nothing fancy. I just spray painted the outside of it. This is made out of I think it's old siding. And then I had some 2x4s laying around and I actually just ripped them down and made these little, and you see all these little corner pieces here. So screwed it all together, and it's worked great for me. So if you have any other questions about, you know, anything you saw last year on the trapping videos or anything you see this year, just reach out to me. Apologize to the gentleman who wanted to know this. I told him I'd do it last year, And honestly, I forgot and kind of got busy, but that's simply it. My fancy paint job. And you know, if you need anything else, just ask us on the page. We will be releasing some more trapping videos. I'm excited to get out there, hopefully make a few more sets and see what we can catch. We'll talk to y'all later.